Okay, so we are recording now. Welcome to the next part of our IMNIS information session. Today we have Malene Ahern from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, and Malene's going to talk to us about her IMNIS experience. Welcome, Malene. Thanks for making the time today. And if you want to
Hello, everyone.
And if you want to maybe start with your introduction, and then we'll move into some Q&A.
Okay, so as a way of introducing myself, I'm just going to share a few slides about who I am, and this first one's about me. So I'm a physiotherapist, and I graduated in 1999, and I've been working clinically since 2000. I've worked in Australia and the UK, and I've mainly worked in the clinical setting, treating a diverse range of patients with complex needs, pain of different musculoskeletal origin, and I've also worked in private practice. So I have a real passion for patient-centered and evidence-based practice, and I guess that's what's drawn me to research and to Macquarie University to come back and do a PhD. I'm also a mum. I've got two vibrant children, one in high school, one in primary school. They keep me very busy and entertained as well. And also really good cheerleaders on my journey. So, and also I'm a PhD student, and I'm due to submit soon. So I'm currently writing up my thesis. And I'm really happy to be sharing my IMNIS experience with you today. Just as a way of a bit more of an introduction, I'll just tell you that what my thesis has been about. So I've developed a primary care intervention called My Back, My Plan. So it's a treatment program for people who have acute low back pain, and I've run a little clinical trial at MQ Health as part of my PhD study. So my PhD project was a 3-stage project with 5 different studies, and I combined looking at what the research evidence tells us in stage 1, clinical practice guidelines tell us about back pain, and also did some nationwide surveys to understand what patients and clinicians were experiencing in primary care. And in stage 2, I did a co-design approach where I developed the prototype of the program, My Back, My Plan, but I took it to GPs and physios and patients at MQ Health, and they helped me refine the program along with a nationwide panel of experts. And in stage 3, which is what I completed last year, was a feasibility or a pilot trial to evaluate this program at MQ Health and to test it in the real world with real patients. So that's a bit about me and my PhD project.
Right. Thanks, Malene. So you began being part of the IMNIS program in 2018?
That's right. So I was in my second year when the opportunity came up to be part of an IMNIS program.
Cool. And you can tell us why you got involved in IMNIS.
So I guess curiosity, mainly. I've always been someone who likes to, I guess, think ahead and think about where something I'm doing now can relate to the future. And obviously having a clinical background, but also working in research, I was always fascinated as to would someone with both those backgrounds be able to then find a career that combines those skills. And I thought IMNIS had that vision to actually take students who were working in the university on their project, but then broaden their thinking into the real world setting. So I wanted to give that a try.
Right, yeah, good stuff. And I suppose, did you have any concerns about getting involved in terms of time constraints or anything like that?
Yes, I was concerned because coming into my second year and it was a 3-year full-time degree, I did wonder how much of a time commitment it would be to really make it worthwhile, if I'd be able to learn all the things that I wanted to without sacrificing too much time on my own project. I also didn't know what the mentors were willing to offer and what their expectations were. So I needed to learn more about the actual program and just trust in the process a bit, because it was recommended to start when you're doing a PhD halfway through. So I thought, well, I'll find out when I get in if it works for me.
And can you tell us a bit about your mentor? What have you and what you gained through that collaboration with them?
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to be matched with a lovely mentor. So IMNIS is really good at matching students and getting the information about a bit about your background and what your interests are and what you want to get out of the program and where you see yourself heading in the future. And then they try and match you to a strand that complements that. So obviously I was interested in the medical field or the med pharma strand because I thought that would complement it the best. Having said that, you can learn something from everyone. And I think the quality of the mentors that they find for us is quite outstanding. And you want to appreciate other skills and other things from them rather than specific technical knowledge at times too. But I was really happy because I was linked to the CEO of a research organization, a national organization, and they have a very strong voice in health and medical research right across Australia in different fields and different areas, different health conditions. So I found that was a fantastic match for me to broaden my thinking in research in the real world.
Brilliant, good stuff. And I suppose, what advice would you give to new mentees in this program, and what would, in terms to make it a successful experience?
Yeah, the biggest advice I would give, and this is just from my own experience, is that communication is a key thing. You need to be a good communicator in terms of connecting with your mentor and being open and honest as well about what you're hoping to achieve. You need to show them that you have integrity when you make time to meet with them, and if you set goals with them, that you're actually going to follow through with that. These are usually very busy people that are giving up their time voluntarily to give us advice. So we need to reciprocate that and respect that. I would say that what you put in is what you get out of it, really. And I made a point of always taking good notes about the meetings that I had with my mentor. If I was given advice or guidance as to something I should be working on or prepare for the next meeting, then I did make sure I did that. And also be open to feedback. As students, we are not strangers to feedback, but be open to it even more. Be open to listening to suggestions they have about how to improve yourself and your skills, your communication, how to engage with people, because these are people who've walked the path and have achieved well. So, it might actually give you ideas.
Good advice.
Organized, make a plan. I think as PhD students, we all have those skills anyway, so use them.
Definitely, that's great advice. And I suppose from this relationship, what do you think you might take into your professional research future?
Yeah, so overall, I'm really happy with my experience. I've met a wonderful mentor, and I can honestly think of her as a friend now as well. So what she's helped me do is actually develop my confidence in research and networking and finding that research voice that we're all looking for. We need to be able to confidently express what it is that we're researching and why we're pursuing that in the first place, and think about how we can link that to the broader world. It's definitely been awe-inspiring to meet somebody who has achieved great heights in their career, and so it gives you a boost for what you think your ambition could be in the future. And also the opportunity to network with people has been great. So and other experiences which probably are individual to who you get matched to. I was lucky enough to be invited to go to Canberra to an event that this organisation was holding at Parliament House, and I heard from the Minister of Health there, and that was really wonderful to actually be able to see different levels, right up to the government level of what health and research can do. So I would say be open to it and get as much as you can out of it.
So how do you expect it now to influence your career? Has it changed what you may want to do in the future? Has it influenced it in any way?
Yeah, so I'm even more motivated now to continue working in clinical research. I've actually come to appreciate the meaning of the word mentor. I look at all the different mentors in my life now, and it could be the other students I'm with, my supervisors, of course, patients that I work with, my family members, even my children. So I think it just broadens your thinking in terms of how people that are a part of your life can actually guide you in that. And it's just opened my mind to where my own research can go, where I look at something that I've tested in a setting and how it can then apply to so many people nationally, and perhaps look at how it can influence policy and just broaden my thinking in that sense. I think we shouldn't be limited in how we look at our potential of our research, and that's what I've learned from my mentor.
That's pretty cool. I think we could end on that actually, Malene. That's
great.
really, really good. Before we lose our connection again in terms of the internet, I think a lot of more of us are using Zoom. I want to be able to end on a good note here. So if there's anything further, we can probably connect again. But thanks again for your time today.
Thank you, and good luck, everybody.